Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is gonna be my intro for 20 in 2020 Project Pan. I'm actually doing it with, I'm joining in with hashtag Team Project Pan 2020, which is a project that was created by Kat and Haley. I'll have both of their channels in the description box. And the nice thing about this project, why it's perfect for me and why I decided to join is it's kind of like an all-face project pan kind of thing. I decided to only pick 20 items because 20 in 2020 sounded perfect, and the other thing, it's kind of seasonal, so I will do monthly updates, but at the 3 months mark, if I feel like some products just don't match the season, I'm kind of sick of them, they're not working out for me for whatever reason, I could decide to either roll them out or keep working on them or even declutter them if they're really not working out for me and I'm not enjoying using them. So I know that a lot of people are joining into this project. Again, you can just search for hashtag Team Project Pan 2020. Then you could see everybody who's you could see everybody's videos, or if they're doing it on Instagram, you can search for it that way. Without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. If you're new here, hi, I'm Rania. I hope you consider subscribing, give this video a like if you enjoy project pans, or if you enjoy it when you're watching it, and cheer me on this year. I did pretty well in 2019, not as well as I hoped I would do, but I was really happy. Hopefully this year I'll be able to work more on some like actual makeup items, not just makeup and skincare. I do have some other products in here other than makeup. Okay, so for the first category, for primer, I did go ahead and roll in. This was in my 2019. I rolled it in later in the year in 2019. I really actually enjoyed it, and then I paused on using it to finish up some like smaller size items, and I decided to put it in here this year because I actually really enjoyed using it. I figured this would be perfect for the winter time, starting the project into winter time. I don't have a lot of product in here, maybe like halfway. This weighed 33 grams today. Let me double check my weights because I pulled everything in about a week ago, and then now I have the time to film. Yes, it is 33 grams. So I'm starting the project with this one, 33 grams. I would like to really finish it. I think I could because I actually do enjoy it. So that's gonna be in the project for, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see next update how things are going. For foundation, foundation was a hard one because I have so many foundations and I do really like a lot of them. And this is where this project kind of was perfect for me because I do tan in the summer. I like to go to the beach. I do self tanners and stuff like that. But in the winter time, I'm really pale, like the palest I would be all year. And I do have a couple different foundations that some are for the summertime for me, some are for wintertime. So I decided I'll go ahead and started with one that I really like for the wintertime, and then maybe at the 6th month I will roll in a summer shade. Anyways, the one that I'm starting with is this L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour fresh wear foundation. I have it in the shade 445, which is vanilla. I believe the shade name is vanilla. Yes, it is vanilla. I surprisingly, I've actually used this foundation a lot more than any of the other foundations in my collection. About 40 or so foundations in my collection. I believe I'm somewhere around here. It's not a lot of usage because I do like foundations. I like to rotate them. So I decided I want to work on this guy. It would be wonderful for me to finish it, but I doubt it. I'm not very good at finishing foundations, but I do want to use it a lot more. I really like it, and I'd like to work on it. This guy weighed 103 grams starting off, and then I'll try to mark some of these products when I'm done filming, either on paper or like on the container itself, as well as keep track of weight. I like keeping track of weight just because it's easy. I can refer back to it and be like, okay, I've used some of this. You know, especially with foundation, primer, and stuff like that, it's easy to track with weight. Some other products doesn't lose weight very easily. Anyway, yeah. Next, for concealer, I am gonna work on this guy. This is the Revolution, like the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define, the full coverage conceal and contour. I have it in the shade C5. Again, this is a perfect shade for me in the winter time when I'm really pale. It is a little bit lighter, so it works wonderful this time of the year. I do have some usage in it. it's got a couple more months to go for sure, but this is one that I do have backups of. I do like it. It's got a kind of a headway start, so I'm starting with stuff like that to kind of, you know, ease myself into the year and not get discouraged. This guy weighs 28 grams today, so there's only 5 mils in here, I believe. 4, so not a lot. Last year I was working on the Tarte Shape Tape, and that kind of like took me all year, and that was 10 grams. Anyways, next, for powders. For powders, I decided to include 2 powders, one for under my eye and one for all over the face. The under eye powder that I am going to be working on is this NYX HD Finishing Powder, and this is in the shade Banana. I do have a nice pan in it. This is a powder that I really like under my eye. It's brightening. I like the formula of it. I like the shade. I would like to finish this product. Having this pan in it kind of motivates me to actually, hopefully, get it going, get it out of the collection. This guy weighs 40 grams. And then the loose powder that I'm going to be working on is the Veil Translucent Setting Powder, and this is by Hourglass. This is one of my favorite powders, but I do like it more in the winter time because it's more, my skin is not as oily. It's a little bit more on the normal side. So this works really well in the winter time. In the summertime, this guy is a little, I don't want to say greasy because it has so much kind of like luminosity. It gives kind of like a healthy glow to the skin. I prefer in the winter time, and I really like it. So I figured, you know what, might as well put a powder that I really enjoy using, and maybe can finish it, who knows. This weighs 109 grams today. My goal is definitely to finish this guy, or at least use as much as I can before I decide to relent something else, or maybe keep it in all year. Who knows how I feel about it in a couple months. Okay, let's see, for setting spray, my tried and true, my lovely Milani setting spray, Make It Last. I love this thing. I kind of kept going back and forth about which setting spray to use. There are a couple that are okay in my collection that I do use them, but they're not like my absolute favorite. I went back to the point where, no, I gotta put stuff that I really like using, I enjoy using, I don't hate. Because if I'm waking up in the morning and I need to really do my makeup real quick, I can just grab this bag, like with everything that has like all my project pan items in it. I can do a quick face. I know it's gonna look good, and then I can just go my merry way to work, and I'm not gonna worry about like, oh, I hate using this product, or this is not gonna do well. So I figured I better put products that I know I really like, that are easy for me to use, that I've tried before, that I am comfortable using on daily basis, and not have to like fuss. So Milani went for the win. I kept going back and forth which product. I ended up going with the Milani. I love this thing. I have multiple backups of it. It's definitely, and I like that the bottle is kind of smaller, so if I'm going on travel for, you know, whatever, I can take it with me. I don't have to worry about a bigger bottle, and I actually do like it. Again, this guy weighs 74 grams. This is a product that I technically could mark on the bottle again if I wanted to. If I do, I'll have picture inserts on the screen. All right, next category is the bronzer and contour. And for that, I went ahead and put in the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil in the light medium shade. This is I do have a couple of those like travel size ones. They deluxe size. I'm not gonna say travel size. These are deluxe sizes. There's not a lot of usage on this guy. I'm praying that with this shade, because it's a little bit lighter, that maybe I'll be able to pull it in and actually get some progress on it. There it is right there. Actually, it doesn't look that light swatched. All right, whatever. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to get some use out of it. I would love to finish a couple of these, because I do have, I think this one shade, I do have 2 more in my collection. The deeper shade, I have 2 in my collection. So I do have a couple of these, like for some reason I don't know why I've acquired so many deluxe sizes like this, probably gifts with purchase or something like that. Anyways, I would really like to finish this guy. That would be my goal. Hitting pan would be my first goal. When I do hit pan, if I feel like it's too light for me, I'll probably switch it out halfway through the year to the deeper one, but I'm gonna work on it and see how far I can get with that. And this weighs, today it weighs 13 grams. Next, for blush, as soon as I purchased this guy, when I did buy it, I knew that this is gonna be in a project because it was just so like natural. It was so easy to use. It's kind of like buildable. It's a little tiny size, but it is a full size. So it kind of like, when I bought this guy, I knew that this is something I want to work on panning, and that is the Chantecaille cheek shade, and the shade is Smitten, which is like the elephant. This guy is absolutely adorable. I think I've used it maybe like 3 or 4 times so far since I picked it up. It's so pretty on the skin. I think it has a little thingy in the back. Maybe it pops up, but I do like the packaging of it, so I wouldn't pop it out. Anyway, I think this shade would be perfect for winter and spring. It's very buildable. Like when I swatch it on my hand, it kind of looks like nothing. It's right there, right above the bronzer. It kind of looks like nothing, but when you apply it with a brush and you build it up, it looks really beautiful. Kind of like a flushed from within. It matches my skin tone really well. It's kind of like a shade, a peachy, like pink shade that I really gravitate towards. So I'm gonna work on this guy. It would be great if I can actually finish it. Let's see, how much does it weigh? This is, my scale keeps going between 25 and 26. I'm gonna say 25 because it's finally stable on 25. 25 grams. Next up, for highlights. Yeah, here's where I kind of, again, got a little bit difficult on which highlight to put in the project. And again, I've been doing project panning, I would say, for about 2 years. I've learned a couple things throughout trial and error, that weight does matter, formula does matter, liking a product does matter. I don't want to pan something that I just hate just to get it out of my collection. I gotta somewhat like it, maybe love it, but not love it enough that I'm gonna miss it if it's out of my collection, kind of thing. Anyway, so there's where it kind of got a little bit difficult with the highlights, because most of my highlights are full size. The only highlights that I have kind of smaller would be in a palette or like deluxe size kind of highlights. I went ahead and picked a highlighting palette, and I'm gonna concentrate on the middle shade in it because I think that's the shade that would match me really well in the winter time. Again, when I'm a little light, and this is by Smashbox. This is the Drawn In, Decked Out Spotlight palette, the pearl one, and I'll be working on the middle shade, which is Crank It Up Pearl. So I figured I can work on this middle shade when I'm really light. I can even, maybe I could move on to the darker shade if I really feel like, okay, I'm getting a little bit tanner in the summertime when it's time to roll for a different highlight, or if I want to even like switch it up. So I figured this palette would be really good, and it hasn't gotten a lot of love from me. I do really like the formula. I do like these shades. I do like, I typically like all of Smashbox like face products, so I figured why not use it. And here are all the 3 shades swatched. I think the one all the way at the bottom is the one that I'm gonna be working on. I kind of swatched things funky. Anyway, so it's the middle one, the one in the middle, which is Crank It Up Pearl, the one that I really want to work on this year. I would like to finish it. In 2019, I was able to finish only 1 highlight from my collection, which is okay. I'm pretty happy with that. It's better than not finishing any. So it would be nice if I could finish this guy, and hopefully I can finish something else. And just like size-wise, weight-wise, the one that I finished last year was about, was it 2.1 grams, and this whole palette is 5.1 grams, so is that a little bit less than 2.1 each. Like each one of them is a little bit smaller than last year, so I think that should be good. And the formula of it, it's kind of like, it doesn't require a lot of building up, but it could be built up to intensify the shade on my face. And again, I really like the shade, I like the formula, so why not actually enjoy it and use it. Next up, for eye primer or a cream product, I decided to use an eye primer. I'm kind of like panning it like without being in a project kind of thing. It's just something that I use on a daily basis, and that's my MAC paint pot, and this is in soft ochre. I do have a really nice like pan container in it. I've been working on this guy for over a year. It looks like there's not a lot left in here, but you would be surprised. This probably is gonna last me all year long. I'm gonna keep working on it until it's done. And then that could probably take months and months, but there it is. And this today, I don't see, this is like something that, should I even weigh it? Is that even gonna be in any way accurate? Because the glass itself is gonna weigh a ton, and then the product in it is probably like what, 1 gram of product in it. Surprise, 5 grams of product in here. Wow, okay. I guess I could see, okay, anyways, so like weighing it, it's gonna be disappointing keeping track of it by weight, but maybe I'll have to take a picture of this guy, keep it like a starting point picture thing. And this weighs 51 grams today for reference. I didn't weigh the Spotlight palette. Let's go ahead and do that. It's not, see, something like this is not gonna see much difference in the weight, kind of like as quickly as I would see it in a foundation or primer. The Spotlight palette weighs 58 grams. Again, this is just kind of a reference. I know I'm not gonna see a lot of like difference in the weight, drop in the weight, but it's okay. I will be skipping eyeshadow palette. I don't even attempt panning eyeshadow palettes or eyeshadows these days. It's kind of like one of those things that I like to rotate my eyeshadows. There's no way, like it would be extremely difficult for me to put an eyeshadow or an eyeshadow palette and say like, okay, I'm gonna work on this and just this. I would feel like I'm ignoring everything else in my collection, and it just doesn't work for me. So I'll be skipping eyeshadow. I do not wear liquid or gel liners typically, very rare occasions, so I'm not having any liquid or gel eyeliners, but I do have an eye pencil, and for that I did put in the McGrath Permagel Ultra Glide eye pencil, and this is in the shade Blitz Brown. I really like this color. I really like the formula of the McGrath eyeliners. They're super creamy. It's like super creamy. I can use it in my waterline. It kind of stays pretty well in the waterline. I can smudge it. I can put it on my top lid, smudge it out. And I did pay quite a bit of money for this eyeliner. I would like to use it before it dries out and becomes pretty impossible to use. Although the shelf life on these is about 2 years, but why risk it? I do want to use it. I wear brown eyeliner more than black, so I figured I'm gonna go ahead and use this guy. I don't know if I should be weighing this or just try to take pictures, kind of like a starting point, mark it on a paper or whatnot. For reference, this is 5 grams. It would be easier to kind of like mark it on a paper and see it go down kind of thing. For mascara, again, mascara is one thing that I keep using a mascara. Sometimes I finish a mascara in 2 months. If it's a deluxe size, it's probably a month. It's a full size, I could use it for 3 months. I do layer a lot of mascaras together, so I did not want to include a mascara in the project. I figured I naturally use mascaras, pan mascara, so it would be kind of like, nah, I'd rather do 20 items that I really want to work on. For brow color, I am going to be using a brow pencil, and that's going to be the one that I did not finish in 2019. That's the Joah Precision Brow Pencil, and this is in the shade Brunette. Again, this is something that I'll have to mark on a paper. I do have quite a bit of product left in here. I did not make a big dent in it in 2019. Maybe like, honestly, I don't know how much exactly I used out of it because I did not keep track of it in 2019. But this is like the size of it right now. I can usually use brow pencils pretty quickly, so I don't know why it's taking me a long time. I don't know why this guy is taking a lot longer than I anticipated. My friend Valerie said that she flew through this guy like in no time, but it's taken me quite some time to use it up. Whatever, I'm gonna work on this guy. Hopefully I'll remember to mark all of these and, you know, on a paper so I can show you progress next time. For brow setting, I am gonna be using this Anastasia, such small writing. It says medium brown. Is this, I think this is called like the gel pomade kind of thing. Okay, this is a product that I'm not very confident that I'm really gonna make much progress on. When I first picked it up, I did use it. I mean, I like the brush. It's a little bit bigger than I would like. It's got really great holding power, but it's so pigmented. That's kind of like, if you have a lot of brows like me, this might be too much for an everyday kind of thing. But since I bought it, I only use it a couple more times. I really would like to get some more use out of it, and then see how I like it. Maybe now that it's been open for some time, it would be a little bit better, a little bit easier to work with. So we'll see. Again, this is, should we even talk about its weight? It weighs 13 grams. Alright, for lip liners, I went ahead and decided on putting in the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat Reshape and Resize Lip Liner, and this is in the shade Pillow Talk. This is newer to my collection. I don't think I've even sharpened this pencil yet. I kind of kept debating between like a color like this, a shade like this, which is kind of like a pinky neutral. Here it is swatched right here, or kind of like a more of a berry color. I do have another lip liner that I'm really close to finishing up, but I felt that would be probably a cheat to put one that maybe a couple more uses in it. So I went ahead and decided on this one. This should be easy to use considering like the color. I know it's like a lot of a favorite for a lot of people, so hopefully I do enjoy using it and using it up. By the way, that's 5 grams. Again, that's probably gonna have to be marked on a piece of paper. For lipstick, again, here's another challenge kind of product. I put a product that was a little bit smaller, like a deluxe size or a mini, because I don't want to set myself up for failure. And this was a shade that I really wanted. This is by Pat McGrath, and this is the shade Omi. I really wanted this shade, and then when I saw that it was in like the little trio, they were trio of like a pack of 3, like 3 minis like this. I went ahead and picked that set up especially for this shade, because it just made more sense to me to do this than to buy the full size of this guy. Again, this is kind of like, it doesn't have much use in it, but it is a little bit smaller. It's on the smaller side. It doesn't really say how much this guy, how much product is in this guy. I guess I could look it up on Sephora's website or Pat McGrath's website. Anyway, I'm gonna try and work on this guy. Hopefully I can finish it. I think this is a shade that I should be able to use on a daily basis, that doesn't require too much effort or look too kind of like out there. This guy weighs 9 grams today, so we'll see how far we can get with that one. For liquid lipstick, I am gonna be working on this Smashbox Always On liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade Babe Alert. There's a little bit of window in here. That's actually the lipstick I'm wearing today. I don't think there's a lot of product in here, and that's kind of like why I wanted to put in the project. The brush or the applicator still comes out like with a lot of product on it. I wanted to put it in this project so I can move some of these out. Hopefully I can actually do that. I do like the color. Again, this is something that I could wear on a daily basis, and kind of goes with like a warmer tone, or even like a neutral kind of eye look, or I don't know, would you call this warm tone, cool tone? I can wear it on a daily basis basically, and I do enjoy it. I do enjoy the formula. It does stay on for quite some time, and I do have a couple of these, so you know, use them up before they dry out. This guy weighs 16 grams today. For lip gloss, I will be working on one of my favorite lip glosses in my whole entire collection, and I love lip glosses. And that is by Pat McGrath, and this is the Flesh Fantasy Lip Gloss. I do have a little bit of usage in this guy. I really like it. Again, this is kind of like a... I didn't swatch the liquid lipstick or the bullet lipstick. Anyway, here's the lip gloss. I can wear it alone. I can top a lipstick with it. I really enjoy it. I enjoy the formula. I enjoy the color. So I'm gonna go ahead and use it up. And just for reference, I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the liquid lipstick, the Smashbox one. There it is right there, but you see it on my lips. And then we'll go ahead and do a quick swatch of the bullet lipstick, just so you kind of a reference kind of thing. Little kind of like a similar colors, the same family kind of tones. So there you have it. The lip gloss weighs 15 grams. I will be skipping the lip balm category. I'll be skipping the nail polish or nail product category. For fragrance, I actually picked one that I do have some use out of, like I've used it enough in my collection, and I really like it. It's perfect for colder weather because it's kind of like a warm scent. It's I like it, and my husband really likes it on me, so I figured let's use it. And this is by Givenchy, and this is Amarige, one of those two. Anyway, this guy weighs 143 grams. This is kind of like a seasonal scent because I would want to wear something more floral, a little bit lighter in the summertime. So I want to use it. Hopefully I can use it in the winter time, and maybe I'll have to pull in a different one in the spring, summer. And for body lotion or body product, I went ahead and pulled the same scent. It's also the body lotion for the same perfume, and this is by Givenchy as well, and this is Amarige. I figured that's perfect. Layer them up, smell nice all day long, and this is 78 grams. I think I'm like halfway down the tube. I'm not 100% sure, but I would like to finish that guy as well. And then for the last category, or the last product that I'm putting in, is a skincare product. I'm totally skipping hair care for this project, but for skincare, I'm gonna go ahead and work on the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. I had used one of these previously. I do have this one. I do have one more backup. I really like it in the winter time as a skincare, like a final step in my skincare, especially at night. I wake up like I don't know, maybe it's just a mental thing, but I do like it as kind of like a, you know, when you apply an oil on your face, that's how I feel like with this guy. Kind of like that last step, kind of like my oil, my nighttime oil, finishing up my whole skincare routine, and that's how I plan on using this guy. I have some use out of it about here. Again, this is perfect for me in the winter time. In the summertime, it's a little bit much, especially if I use it to like refresh my face during the day. I can't do that in the summertime. In the winter time, maybe I could, but I plan on using it as kind of like a final step in my skincare. And this weighs 132 grams today, and this is it. These are the 20 products that I will be working on in 2020. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you're not subscribed, I hope you consider subscribing. I will be trying to do monthly updates, or I should be doing monthly updates. That seems to keep me on track on using products. And then the refresh will be every 3 months. I'll have all the details of the project in the description box, and I'll also have the YouTube channel for both Haley and Kat in the description box as well. Again, if you're gonna join in on this project, it's pretty easy. Just make sure to hashtag it Team Project Pan 2020, and everybody can search for that hashtag and your video will come up, or your Instagram. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider giving this video a thumbs up. It really helps out my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.